I know nobody asked, but in case anyone is curious, I'm about to show you how I make my nice cheese dip. So here we have a pot, and I poured in some milk. I can't tell you exactly how much because I just kind of eyeball it, but then put it on low heat while you're working so it can kind of not get hot, but it can kind of be like not refrigerator cold, you know? And then I've chopped up, this is about 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm just gonna toss this butter in here. And you don't have to use 2 tablespoons. I just kind of happened to get 2 tablespoons. So then you throw that in there, and then you can kind of turn up the heat a little bit to just a little under medium or so, and it'll start melting. So after that's been on there for a little bit, just give it a little stir every now and then. You'll see the butter kind of melting. Take some good old-fashioned velveeta and make a bunch of little pieces of it. I chose little triangle thingies, but you can choose any shape you like. If you like cubes, if you like hexagons, octagons, pentagons, dodecahedrons if you're feeling daring. And just start kind of tossing those in there a little bit. You may be wondering, Wendy, that's a lot of fucking cheese. That's because I'm making a few servings. Because, like, I would say maybe you have a small gathering, but no, I'm just a fat ass and I like to have a lot of cheese dip. So I'm making a lot of cheese dip because I like it. And so you don't want to really like have like big pieces because if they're in big pieces, they take longer to melt. But just keep tossing them in there. If you want, you can like throw in some and then wait a bit. And you may be thinking to yourself, but Wendy, Velveeta's not real cheese. It's just a cheese substitute product. Correct. It's not real cheese, but it gets the job done. But we are putting in real cheese. I don't have just a bunch of fancy cheese lying around, so I got some shredded cheese. It's fine, it'll melt. So this contains mozzarella and mild cheddar. This contains Colby and Monterey Jack. 2 different kinds of jacks. How can you not enjoy that? And then we got here some mild queso blanco dip that I'm just going to take a heaping spoonful and toss it in there. You might ask, Wendy, what is queso blanco? What is white cheese? Well, when I read the ingredients, it actually is just American cheese. But it tastes different somehow. Butters, what the fuck are you? Okay. So yeah, then I'm going to take all this and I am just going to fucking dump it in there and stir it afterward though. Also, at any point during this process, if you notice that your cheese dip is either a little too runny or it's just right, you should add more cheese because we actually want it to be a little extra thick because in a few steps, we're going to add some stuff that's going to thin it out. So if it's normal or, God forbid, already kind of runny, then it's going to be extra runny when we get to that step, and that's not good. We want it to still be kind of goopy. And cheese. Butters, stop sniffing the Velveeta box. God damn it. Also, I turned the heat back down to low, but it's kind of good to keep it on like low medium-ish the whole time. Well, not the whole entire time, but like if you turn it on high, then it's gonna start overcooking, and then you're gonna get a bunch of like burnt cheese stuck to the bottom of your pan, and you don't really want that. But anyway, I turned it down because I was spending some time doing this. I chopped up a little bit of onion, a little bit of jalapeno, some bell pepper. I don't know what this red and orange peppers were, but my dad had them in the fridge, and I've tried them before, and they're pretty good, and they're not super spicy, so whatever the fuck kind of pepper that is, they're good. So I chopped all that up, and then you're gonna take all these, just get a handful, and then just kind of dump them in there, and then afterward give it a good stir. Now we're gonna do the good part, the seasoning. So I already added 2 mystery spices that I will not reveal because those are trade secrets of mine. But we are going to add in, if I can unscrew this with one hand, a little dash of red pepper. And then I'm going to add in some good old curry powder. Maybe put in a little too much there, but oh well. And then just a sprinkling paprika. Just not too much. That was probably too much, but okay, well. Oh, and also, of course, just you can put in just a little bit of black pepper too. And just like a dash of salt. It's probably already salty enough with that butter and everything. But yeah, and then just give that a good old stirring. And I'm also going to pour in just a little few drops of a mystery liquid. That was more than a few drops. Jesus fuck, I'm on a roll tonight. Mystery liquid. And then give that a good stirring to add in just a little bit of, adds in a little bit of color to it, darkens it up a bit, and also gives it a little bit of some kind of saucy soy type flavor. Trust me, it's soy sauce. It's soy sauce is the secret liquid. Trust me. You might think, Wendy, that sounds crazy. Don't put in like too much. Like, I mean, I'm not going insane. Just a little bit. I mean, if you put in a little bit, it's a little bit of flavor to it. I'm not saying fucking drown it in it. I'm not saying like pour like half a bottle in there or anything. Like a few drops, just to give it a little bit of kick. Okay, here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. Are you ready? This is what bumps it up to the next level. This is why we needed it to be a little extra thick. Get some salsa, boy. It can be homemade salsa. It can be store-bought salsa. It can be whatever level of spiciness you want. And we're gonna put in a good fucking chunk of salsa there. That might be enough. We're gonna give it a stir and see. And first things first, you're gonna notice this cheese dip, it's gonna start turning colors. It's gonna end up kind of a pinkish kind of color almost. And it's gonna be fan-fucking-tastically beautiful. And it's nice and chunky too. It's got that little bit of extra chunky to it. And yeah. Oh yeah. And it's got yeah, boy. And see now it's in like a nice kind of consistency where it's like kind of, you know, like what you want cheese dip to be like. And you know, if you feel the need, pour in just a little bit more, but not too much. We want this still to be mostly cheese. Mostly cheese. And so then, see, it's turning a nice kind of pinkish color. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then once you get that all nice and mixed up, give it just a little taste. Let me give it a taste. Mwah. Mwah. Fucking incredible. That is how I make my cheese dip. And you can eat this whatever way you want. If you're the kind of person who wants to just eat this with a spoon, go ahead. I won't judge you. If you want to eat it with chips, that's fine too. I like to make some pizza rolls or bagel bites and dunk them in there like you would dunk an Oreo in milk. Or you could get some French fries and just cover the French fries with it. Make cheese fries. You do